Over the next 12 months, maybe once a week, I want to share a video highlighting some really good advice that I've learned over the last few years. Maybe from Zig Ziglar, maybe from Les Brown, maybe from Donald Trump. And I just want to find a nugget every once in a while and deliver that through a video on YouTube, just as a common courtesy. I know there's a lot of people on my page that are always looking for that information, always listening for that next idea that's going to help you in your life, help you to accomplish your goals. So I'm just going to deliver those nuggets. So this is the first video I'm sharing. So I figure, what better to share on the first video than goals? I'm going to highlight a couple of clips from Zig Ziglar, and he's talking about goal setting. He's going to give you 7 things you need to do to hit your goal. These are 7 things you need to write down. So he's going to give you those tips. Go ahead and get a pen and a piece of paper, and you can write these 7 things down. You can be well on your way. I'll go ahead and take you to Zig Ziglar now.
Now, if I were to ask you what 3 times 3 was, there isn't a person here who could not instantly answer it. But if I were to ask you what is 5,128 times 2,165, odds are enormous that very few of you could pop out the answer that quickly. But if I were to say to you, get your pencil and paper out, figure it out, then all of you could figure it out. Why? You know the formula. Now, you see, if you know the formula, it really doesn't make any difference, ladies and gentlemen, what the goal really is. Now, the interesting thing is goals do not care who has them. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, you absolutely must have those goals. You got to write them down. You got to put a date on it. You got to identify those obstacles. You've got to identify the people, the groups you need to work with. You got to find out what it is you need to know. You got to develop a plan of action, and you got to write it down. What's in it for me? Now, that's a formula that I have just given you, pure and simple. I wrote down the objective. I wrote down the time I completed or expected to complete the book. I identified the obstacles there. And yes, I know this is repetitious. It's the mother of learning. I wrote out and identified the people, the groups, the organizations I needed to work with. I devised a plan of action to do it. I spelled out what I needed to know, and I wrote it all down. What's in it for me? I wrote it down, put a date on it, listed the obstacles I had to overcome, identified the people, the groups, the organizations I needed to work with, spelled out a plan of action, set that time limit in there, and identified all of the benefits to me. It was only when I did that that the goal became a reality. You can choose to set goals and realize your potential, or you can choose not to set them. Now, if you choose not to set them, you got to understand that the consequences are not going to be good down the road.
My name is Jonathan Fontana. You've just heard from Zig Ziglar on setting goals. Today's November 1st, 2012. Join me next time. I'll be bringing some more information your way. Remember, you always pick your mood, so pick a good one.